Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today I got a special one because we're doing a pad review. We're reviewing the TAPSPACE tap off pad, and I've actually gotten a lot of suggestions to do this review. A lot of people asking me, hey, what pad is that? You know, what is that? What are you using? Because on my Instagram account, I actually use this pad almost exclusively a lot now over the past couple of months, and it's a really good pad. So finally, we're making a video on it, so let's dive right in. So the first thing you notice is I've actually put this pad through its paces. I've had the pad for a little while, and actually this pad had a previous owner, and a pretty special previous owner before me, and there's actually a pretty big story behind how I came to acquire this pad, but we'll get to that later. The main material on this pad, as you can see, is that orange material. It's not too hard and not too dense feeling. I mean, it's dense enough, but it feels really good. It doesn't feel hard on the hands. It feels really nice to play on. And then of course you have that second surface, which is near the rim. This is more of like a black matter type surface. Kind of feels just like your Invader pad material, maybe a little bit thinner, obviously. But this is really, it's really there just so that you can practice your independence using one hand on this material and then your other hand on the orange material. It's really just to build chops and also just to have a different sound, so you're not just playing on the same sound the entire time. This pad does come with a rim. I believe the length on this rim is about 3/4 of an inch, so about the same height as an actual snare drum. On the back you have this rubbery grippy material. It's almost smooth, but it actually does have some serration to it, so it's not completely smooth. It really works. I have never had a problem with the pad sliding anywhere or anything like that, and I actually play on the back of this pad sometimes, so if you like to have a pad that has a soft back, this pad is a really good option. This is another one of the pads that we've seen with this 14-inch design. A lot of people nowadays are really into the bigger pads because they like the feeling of playing on a drum, right? And those drums are about the same size, a little bit bigger. This will fit right in the head of an actual snare drum. And like I said earlier, like, people really like this size snare drum, so TAPSPACE did a really good job of making a pad that a lot of people do like. One more thing I do want to say about the pad is this pad is solid as a rock. I don't feel like any part of this pad is gonna wither or fade or damage over time. This pad is super sturdy, from the rim to the materials on the head to the back. The only thing that's noticeable is, of course, from using the pad, you do get some of that black like dirt or some of that residue on the pad, but like I said, you can wipe that off. But that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple pad. There's not really anything super special about it. As far as the weight, this is gonna weigh just about as much as your Invader pad. I actually have an off-road Invader pad, the Skojo version. Actually, my friend's borrowing that right now, but I'll probably do a comparison between that pad and this pad since they are the same weight and the same size. They're two very popular options. If you're interested in learning all the information and all the specs to the pad, all of the dimensions and materials used, I'll leave a link in the description to the Amazon website so you can actually see the description there. Other than that, that's just a quick overview of the pad. One thing I wanted to mention is the logo at the top. In this circle, it says TAPSPACE, very small. And then on the outside, you have the big tap off. That's pretty much it. So now let's hear how the pad sounds, right? So I'm just gonna be playing a couple warm-ups and maybe just a few other things just to give you guys an idea of how it'll sound when we're playing certain rhythms, certain rudiments. And then I'll also compare them to the pads that I have now on hand, so you guys can get a little comparison of how the pad sounds. So there you go, guys. It's pretty much it to the pad. There's nothing special about it, other than its durability and just its all around goodness. There's nothing really gimmicky about it. When you first see the dual sides, you may think, oh, that's a gimmick, nobody's gonna really use that. I found that I kind of do like the extra material here. It's kind of like a dark matter, like I said. I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me just like an invader pad, and you know, I don't mind there being two. And I sometimes do the left hand up here, right hand there, and you know, split it, and it really does help with, you know, maintaining quality hand to hand. So that was kind of the vision when making this pad, and they kind of did deliver. So I really appreciate everything on this pad. This pad retails for about $74, so it's pretty consistent, pretty competitive with your other off-world invader pads. And this pad is also made in USA by Off-World Percussion, so they are actually made by the same company that does make the invader pads. So that's why you have such a similar look and similar build quality, but there are some few differences. And like I said earlier, I have a Scojo pad, so I'll be doing a comparison with that as soon as I get that back. But overall, this is a really nice pad. I think it's a great investment, especially for those of you who don't like a very hard surface like some of the off-world pads have, and also the Zymox pads. This pad surface is probably right in between a very soft and a very hard. It's more on the denser, harder side, but it definitely isn't too overbearing. It's easy on the hands. Every note, you can hear it clearly. It's not like a real feel pad where the softer notes you can barely hear, like how it is on this side, and then the louder notes. Everything is pretty consistent. And diddles and buzzes, everything sounds and feels really nice. Same thing on the black side that we've all come to love nowadays. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I wanted to do. Just a quick little review for you guys that are interested in this pad. If you're interested in buying it for yourself, I'll leave a link down in the description, either Amazon or the LONESTAR Percussion links. LONESTAR Percussion does carry this pad, and also TAPSPACE Percussion, obviously. Shipping time isn't that long. It'll come in a couple weeks, maybe. Definitely beats Zymox. But yeah, I don't want to prolong this any longer than it has to be. Thank you guys for tuning in, and that has been the TAPSPACE Tap Off Pad.